Kamusta na kayo?
Hola, hola, everyone.
Hi.
Okay, cool. We have another just straight up American response, but actually that's technically just universal. Hi, yeah.
Hi. It's a general.
It's a general greeting.
Yeah.
Shouts out to our next guest, Nieman. What's poppin', man?
What's up, y'all? Thanks for having me. This is crazy.
I feel like you just got instantly like.
Yeah, I was just like
Just thrown into the water.
Now, like everything's like on. I'm like nervous.
I know, like literally, we were just having so much conversation prior. Then as soon as the cameras rolled, he's like, "Oh wait,
He's
wait,
like, wait, what was I about to say?
What am I talking about now?
So before we get into anything, Jackie and I, we actually hosted Nexfest LA a couple weeks ago, and Nieman was one of the performers. And I gotta say, bro, like you're just so fucking good, man. You are so
really
good.
are.
Thank you.
I was just there and I was like, wow, he has such a nice voice. Like, what the heck?
Thank you. No, that means a lot. I had so much fun, and it was crazy too because like the whole week I was like so nervous. Last time I performed before that was January, and so I was just like, man, like I just need to like get these like nerves out, and it felt good. It was dope. It was such a dope experience. Like Laren was crazy, and you were just on the ones and twos the whole time, were just dope, and then AJ, like it was nice with the culture, man. It was
It
dope.
really was.
It really was, bro. Like, I mean, I've been to a lot of Filipino events, whether it be like festivals or, just like something like that, right? But like, it was just, we said this on a podcast before, but then it was just so cool to see yourself, Random Ridge, AJ, I'll throw in myself too. But that photo was just bro, like I keep on looking back at that photo.
Pinoy's to
man,
Pinoy's to men.
That's our new group name.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's so cool to just see the Filipino community come together, like even more so than we have been over the past couple of years.
Yeah, for sure. I was just thinking that the other day because I feel like I mean, so when I was growing up and I was seeing like the Filipino YouTube guys, with like Passion and Gabe and AJ, like I remember when they would collab or they would show up in a video, it was like, oh snap, like I'm a fan of this guy and like my worlds are colliding. Yeah. So to be able to see like us four in that picture, I was like, must be cool for people who like follow us like individually and are like, oh, I didn't know that they know each other or they're tight with each other, and it was tight, man.
I was telling Nico like in the car like after that like happened and we were on our way home, I was taking the picture and I was just like, wow, I was like, this looks so cool, like what the heck.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. He actually just compared us to Passion and Jeremy Passion and AJ and everybody. So hey, that's cool.
Hey, bro. No, it was dope, man. It was just cool seeing that pic because I was like, man, like it's cool, like the different lanes, like because AJ's doing his thing with his music, and then I'm trying to push the pop R&B thing too, and then Random Ridge is like with like comedy, and then you're doing the podcast, and what don't you do, bro? Like,
hey man, I do just cool, a little bit of everything. It was funny that you mentioned Random Ridge because I was chopping it up with him, and then he was like, "Yeah, I've talked to Nieman so much about like, hey, if this music shit doesn't work, you could always just step in the realm of comedy."
Dude, so he's been like one of my best friends like forever.
Oh, okay.
And so we like go way back, but like, dude, he's man like. We have a lot of ideas, bro, and like who knows, man.
Can you please share the one video that I know every single Filipino has watched over the past couple of months?
With him?
What? Oh, he's like, I don't even know which fucking one. Should I just guide you on which one?
Please,
okay.
All of RJ's videos are like killing it,
it's hella funny, and like granted, like I'm not Filipino, but like I like a lot of like the like Filipino jokes now I understand. When I saw the video that he's talking about, I was dying.
You're talking about like the passion, the lemonade?
Yes, yeah.
Dude, it was funny because you played that like you were like the Filipino national anthem, and then you started playing it at Nexfest, and then we looked at each other, and I was like, and like it was just so funny, bro. Yeah, no.
Please explain this video and how it came about for people who haven't seen the video.
So RJ had this idea of like of Lemonade being like this song that ends wars amongst Filipinos, and so we just thought it would be really funny for like these like just Filipino like bravado like macho guys like trying to be all tough, and then the song comes on, and it's like you kind of forget all that like bravado, and you kind of just you know you succumb to the power of passion, bro.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody like that.
Wow. That was a double entendre
You know
right there.
saying?
Wow.
No, but it was so
good.
funny because it truly is our national anthem.
Yeah, I mean, when you think about one Filipino song, or a song made by a Filipino that like people know nationally, well, Filipino people know nationally, it's like I can't really think of like,
bro,
maybe she
when
was
LeBron uses the song on his Instagram, that's when you know he's made it, dude.
Wait,
he did?
has?
Yeah, you guys didn't see that?
No.
Bro, there was. I don't even know if I can find it, man.
He said, bro, like he said it in the video. He's like, I'm not your bro, buddy.
I'm not your bro, buddy.
I'm not your
Don't
Brad.
call me Brad.
Don't call me Brad, buddy.
That's hella funny. I didn't know LeBron used that. What
I
the
didn't know
heck?
either. That's
Wow.
kind of cool.
During Passion Streams.
So
went up.
as Nieman's looking for this video,
Dude, I remember it was crazy. It was like.
it was
this is-
recently too?
No, this was around the start of the pandemic.
oh, he took a screen recording. Wait,
No, but I just no. I have to like scroll back.
He's
No, but
like, I have to scroll back.
I just remember like it was crazy, bro, because it wasn't his video, but he used it on his IG, where it was like showing his love for basketball, and then he used like
Lemonade?
Yeah, bro.
what the heck? Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, if I were to draw a metaphor within the metaphor, he's saying that like basketball is his lemonade, it's his sunshine in the rain, his
Yeah,
Tylenol
he said
when
something
he's in
like
pain.
that, and it was a close up on the basketball too, bro. I'm gonna show
Wow.
you. I just remember being like,
Wow.
I was like, yo,
Look at that. See, like I think the
LeBron James
Filipinos
for the Filipino community.
for real.
bring back love to that song, bro.
I know.
It deserves it.
I wonder how many streams Passion ended up getting after
No,
that. Like, yo, what
actually-
song is this?
That's what I'm saying. That's
So
what I'm saying.
I wonder, like, look at that. Like, as Filipinos, do we like fully adopt LeBron into
right
the
here,
community for doing it? Oh, he has the
did it?
video. Oh wow,
8 million views.
that's lit. So basically, it's like a
What?
promo video for LeBron, and it's actually on his profile.
Yo, Passion, where you at?
That's pretty lit.
What the heck? I wonder if like Passion knows that, like that LeBron used it.
No, he did. He posted. That's how he
Oh, he
posted.
did.
He posted it when it came out, and we were like, I was just freaking out. I was like, yo, like, and a whole bunch of people were tagging Passion in it. Like,
That's so cool.
Whoa,
That's super
awesome.
cool.
it was dope.
You know, even from like a music standpoint, it's so crazy to see songs like, Lemonade's probably like at least a decade old, right?
Yeah.
Obviously a lot longer, but like the way the pandemic just shifted music in general, it's like you can have a song that's like 10 years old and have it resurge
Oh, for
10
sure.
years later.
Well, I
For
mean,
sure.
like on TikTok, like a lot of like early 2000 songs are trending again, and
All
it's
those emo
just
songs.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's just wild to see that. But I don't know. I feel like you said, it's crazy how during the pandemic, music shifted kind of like, I guess, backwards in a sense.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like, so Nieman, like, as a musician, like, how have you had to, like, maneuver through the pandemic? Because obviously it's, like, no more concerts during that time. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
concerts are happening now, but it's, like, during that time, it was, like, no concerts. You can't really promote yourself.
Only like online. So it was kind of crazy because top of 2020, I did a show with Albert Poses. The
Oh, yeah.
And then I had just released a song, and like that year I was like planning to release like a project.
Mm-hmm.
And then March comes around, freaking pet lockdown. And I remember specifically like I felt too good about the songs that I had prepared that I didn't want to just do it during this time where people are still figuring it out. And so I released like 2 EPs, like one EP called Sad and Sanitized. I like wrote in the pandemic. I wrote within like a month
Oh wow.
because I couldn't stop. Like I got to the point where I was like, I could either sit at home and not do anything and go crazy, or I'm just like gonna keep like pretend like nothing is wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I kept writing, and that's when I learned how to record myself. Like I usually just went out to studios and hung out with homies and producers that like recorded me. But that was like Jesse Barrera, actually, he bought me my first like USB mic.
Oh,
and during
wow.
that time, I like recorded that whole record on that mic. And it was crazy. So like I was just writing as much as I could, and that's the only thing I could control, because that was like, for me, that's like my form of therapy. So it was like, okay, I can't perform. I can't go out and write with people. So let me just do this like myself and like hone the craft. And that's like what I did. But it's like, now, I mean, what we were talking about earlier, like it's affected me because now that things are opening up again, I want to like do things on my own, but I'm like, I gotta go back out and be social and like network and all that. No, but I just tried my best to stay active during that time.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that's just like the struggle of the industry, though, because you had to make yourself known in real life because I feel like people were paying attention to social media, but not as much as they currently are now.
Yeah.
So I think from like a musician standpoint, or even from like a DJ standpoint, it's like, how do you make yourself visible to the rest of the world? You, for example, bro, like even just a couple videos that you've been posting on your Instagram, like I'm falling in love with, dog. You had your Confessions cover. You have like a whole bunch of other covers.
The Fix You cover by the Coldplay, which by the way, I love that song. I love that song so much.
Yeah, I love that song. Yeah.
What was the music you grew up with? Because it seems like it's a wide range of music.
Dude, so I grew up on like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
Ooh.
And then that was like my era, dude. Like NSYNC, I like memorized the dances. I like watched all the stuff on like MTV, like when they were when No Strings Attached came out. Like that was my album. And then my dad introduced me to like Brian McKnight and Boyz II Men. And then I grew up. My parents were both in the choir, so like I grew up in church, and they were both like in the choir. So I like was exposed to like gospel music and like worship music. And then when I became like when I was in middle school, that was like the height of like the emo era. So like I listened to like a lot. I mean, My Chemical Romance and like all these different bands at the time, and like so I was like listening to like emo music, like this acoustic stuff. That's how I got into My American Heart, which was like Jesse Barrera's like old band.
Yeah,
it was like my favorite band at the time. And then from there, I went like into like the singer-songwriter route of like acoustic, like, and then John Mayer, and then but the R&B and pop always kind of stayed consistent, and then like I would listen to other stuff like Coldplay and John Mayer, and Justin Timberlake. So it was like just a nice collection of stuff. So I think that's why my music is kind of like eclectic, because like I just listen to so many stuff and I just want to make so many stuff,
Yeah, because I think I was listening to like some of your earlier work, and it's definitely shifted
from
like,
that
over the years.
For sure.
Gun to your head, bro. Actually, this is for everybody. Gun to your head. NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
NSYNC.
Yeah, I would say NSYNC, because that's like what I grew up listening to with like my aunt, and she pushed NSYNC on me more than Backstreet Boys.
I would say Backstreet Boys had all the emotion, because it was like when you're listening to like I'll Never Break Your Heart and like Drowning or Shape of My Heart, like they had like the crooning, like they had the emotion, but NSYNC was just so like fun, like
and
that,
like you can move.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's
and like
true.
with JT and JC, like they were like they had the voice, and it was just it was upbeat, and like at that age, I'm like that's what I want to listen to. But I will say that Backstreet Boys, they always had the emotional songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, with the Backstreet Boys, you had all the karaoke classics that you can get through.
For sure. All I Have to Give, Quit Playing Is My Heart. No, for sure. I really loved both. I listened to both. I had their albums, but like NSYNC was like, I just remember like being so like, that was like my boy band.
See, why do I feel like your titas probably like had you perform one of
because they did. Oh, they definitely did. Because like, at the time, like I remember I memorized the dance to like It's Gonna Be Me. And
my God.
My mom would have me like do it. I'm like, no shame, bro.
No, I feel
shame.
it. I feel it. I think I might have said this story before, maybe just off camera, but like when I was younger, dude, like my grandparents, my auntie, my parents, they would have both me and my sister like literally just stand over here.
Oh yeah.
And they're just like, go dance, go sing. And I'm just like, okay, what do you want me to sing?
Yeah.
Backstreet Boys. Okay, I'll do it.
I remember my mom, sometimes I didn't want to do it, and she's like, go perform, they'll give you money.
Yes.
And I was like, okay.
Yes.
What?
That was the incentive.
Yeah. They're going to give you money. Go sing. And yeah, it's just so funny.
That's hella funny.
That's what we would do for like $5.
I've actually
That's $5.
Hey,
Oh, man, I was
$5 when
stoked.
you're like that young though, that you like have the world in your hands.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, that's all you needed.
What were you going to say?
This might seem crazy, but I've never actually been to like a karaoke bar. I've never done karaoke
Oh
before.
really?
Yeah.
Just
And
go to a Filipino's house.
yeah, right.
I know, right?
But I've been to like you know, your parents' place, like, they don't do karaoke like that.
No,
I had a feeling like your dad's side would do that, but it wasn't like that at all.
No. Like, my parents are just kind of like lazy to like set it up because we're already like watching basketball games. We're already drunk. We're just kind of like,
I was on. Like, no one's gonna set it up. No, for sure. My family had the like system too, but we never like set it up.
Yeah, I feel it.
It was just go stand over there and do it yourself.
You just do your own song.
Do your own stuff. Obviously, like, singing isn't the traditional route to like go in. Like, when did that start for you?
So I was singing my whole life. Like, my parents met in the choir at the church that I grew up in. And so my mom's like an amazing singer, like very good. And like she's the one who taught me how to sing. So I was always involved in like church and ministry and like worship. And so I was singing my whole life. And then in high school, I got into like musicals and plays. And then I never really like, I was always writing songs like in high school, but I never decided to like pursue it or take it seriously until like 2014, 2015.
Oh, that's super recent.
Yeah. So I was always writing my own stuff, but then like, I was pursuing like something else for school, medicine, because obviously. And then so like I was doing that, but I was like, man, like I would hate to like always live with like the what if I never even saw it through. So like I was like, let me just do one EP, and if it falls flat on its face, then at least I know I tried. But if it goes well, then like, you know, who knows? And I ended up working with my friend Nick Piccoli, and so like from there
shout out Nick Piccoli, the IE legend,
dude. Yeah, the IE legend. Yeah. So like it's so funny because I went to a kickback with my cousin for his friend Patrick, and then Patrick was like, yo, Nieman, sing something, and then he brings out a keyboard and he's like, yo, Nick, play something. And like I never met Nick before. I was like, oh, what's up, man? I'm Nieman. And he's like, oh, Nick. And then ever since then it was just like, it was basically like Filipino party, just like sing your own songs. But like we like did that, and then from there we just like ended up creating music together, and like rest is history. But I met him, and I was like, I have these batch of songs. I just want to do one EP and just kind of see where it goes. And then we just hit it off, and we were just creating all this music, and it just didn't stop. Like the first song had such a great reaction, and then it followed with every song, and then it just kind of blew up. And it really was just like, let me just do something so I know that I did it. And then now it's like, now here we are.
So how did your parents like take it when you really wanted to pursue, like, this is what I want to do?
My parents, like, I would always say this, that like, it's not that they weren't supportive. I think they didn't know how to support it. You know, it's like, they love my music and they love what I wrote, but seeing that as like, you're going to pursue that full time, it's like they immigrated here and they know this specific route of success of like, you go to school, you get a job, and then you're set. And so like, this is the one thing they don't have a blueprint for. So it's like, we want to support you, we want to be here for you, but we just don't know how we can do that aside from just like saying that we're proud of you and stuff, you know? And so they were supportive, but I think they were just caught off guard of like, how do we like
help?
Yeah. How do we help this dream? And like, at the time, I wasn't even, I switched majors from medicine to film because that was another passion.
Oh, lit. Okay.
So I have my degree in producing, like film producing. I went to Chapman in Orange, and then at the same time, I was like, while I was full-time student, I was like music as well. So I was just like trying to do both, and whatever popped off, I would like do it. Yeah. So I'm like, it's just funny because like they would always like be like, why don't you just do medicine still, and then you can do that after. And I'm like, yo, like, you guys taught me how to sing. You should blame yourself.
Y'all were in choir. It's your fault.
And then me and my brother
were the enabler.
Yeah, no, for real. So my brother's an actor, and he like went to this conservatory in New York, and like my brother's really good. And we would always just joke because like, I'm like, I would tell my mom like, if you didn't tell me to sing in front of my titas and titos, I wouldn't care about it now.
Yeah.
But you did, and like here I am. No, so yeah, so they're really supportive. I think it was just like getting them on board with what I was doing. You know?
Yeah, because I think it's one thing to just like present and be like, hey, you know, I'm gonna do this like full time, or at least attempt to, and they're like, okay, cool, like, you know, like let Nieman just do like his little thing right now. But then, you know, once something starts to click and you start to get serious, it's like, oh shit, like he really is taking this serious.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what are we supposed to do? Because I think like still right now, like there's that fine line between understanding if your kid is like super serious about this or if it's just like a passion of theirs.
Oh, for sure. And that was a big thing, like with like when I first learned how to play guitar, or like when I was taking lessons when I was a kid, I like wanted a Fender, right? I wanted like a Strat, and my parents were like, "No, we're gonna get you a cheap guitar." I was like, "What if you don't want to do this anymore?" And we just spent all this money on, So that was how I grew up. It was like, let me like dip my toe in the water and see if I even like this, and then go from there. And so that's what was nice, is that started off as that, and they saw how passionate I was about it, and then they would just keep kind of feeding the fire after.
Oh, okay.
And so that was like the nice part, was just like, kids like they jump to like thing to thing, but I was like really specific on like, I want to perform, I want to sing, I want to write. So they like supported that dream. And so, but I think they just needed to see me take initiative on it first, and them not like push me into it.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, that definitely does make sense. So how many instruments do you know how to play?
I play guitar and I play piano, but like with piano, it's just more like chords and whatnot. I mean, I've written a lot of my music that way, my limited knowledge, but like I feel pretty confident on like at least guitar. I play for church and stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Nico on blast real quick. He bought a piano during the pandemic.
There we go,
but ask me like if he knows how to play it right now.
Any song?
He knows
I know
1,000
one song.
miles.
I know 1,000 miles.
That's the song he needs to know,
See,
bro.
because I was like, bro, like if I at least know something that's like super impressive, people gonna be like, oh, like he really knows his shit.
You can play the whole song.
No, just like
just intro. Oh, nice.
But the intro's all you really need.
That's it.
It's like literally standing up against the wall in his room, and I'm just like, I remember when he bought that.
Yeah, the one video I ever posted on Instagram with me doing a piano was that, because literally like once I figured out how to do it, and all you got to do is just this. No. I'm like, oh.
See, I feel like I can't ever play piano because my hands are really small. So I'm just like, yeah, that's not gonna work out for me.
I see some guitarists that like their like hands are like just long and skinny, and I'm like, man, you can do all these things where like I have so much trouble just like stretching it this far, because my hands are the same way. I have just like smaller hands.
Yeah, see, I like my brother and I, we took guitar lessons when we were younger, like at a rec center like near our house, and it was hella funny because I remember. This was so random, but they asked us, like, oh, like, who inspires you? I don't know why the fuck I said Carrie Underwood.
Oh, my God.
Nice.
And I was just, and then my guitar teacher, he looked at me, he's like, okay, that's a first. And I was like,
yeah,
okay.
You've never mentioned that you like Carrie Underwood.
Oh, I mean, when I was younger, I did. I think she had like a few songs that I would like have on my
American
iPod.
Idol
Yeah.
winner, right? She like won, yeah, at the time.
She
I
like
get it.
inspired me, okay? And I remember I had like a Hannah Montana guitar. I was like, fuck, this is so
Oh, my
embarrassing.
God. Well, shout out to Carrie Underwood. Shouts out to Hannah Montana.
Shout out. I took lessons when I was a kid, and then they were trying to teach me from the book, and I didn't like it. Like I didn't
Oh,
like.
really?
Yeah, so like I brought like a song in once. At the time it was like all these like rock songs like Switchfoot, and then like 30 Seconds to Mars at the time. And then I was like, how do you play this? And then my teacher, like he was like this high school kid who was really good, and he was just like, man, like what if you just bring in songs that you like and I'll just teach it to you? And that was my
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, like my brother and my cousins, like they had to learn from like the book of like how to read music. And so I don't know how to read music, but like I like got to learn all these songs that I like wanted to play, and then from there I was able to like, oh, that's a G chord and that's like an A chord.
Oh,
And so yeah,
okay.
so then
Wow.
I think if I went down the route of like traditional, this is how to read music, I don't know if I'd be like stoked.
Yeah.
I stayed excited because I was like, oh, I know how to play this song that I love,
Yeah, honestly, I get so bored if someone's trying to like teach me anything. I'm just
for
like,
sure,
dude,
bro.
like, can you just like, I just want to know this.
Yeah, if there's like a structure, like you said, like I'd rather learn something that I want to learn
Oh, for
rather
sure.
than just like, this is what you have to do and this is what you have to read. And I'm just like, yeah, no.
It just like
it's okay.
keeps you excited about it too, Like imagine you learn a Carrie Underwood song, it's probably still playing today.
Yeah.
The same Carrie Underwood
Same.
song.
That one song.
Can you even name a Carrie Underwood song?
can't anymore.
Oh my God.
I can't.
I
anymore.
can't either, actually.
No, I can't. I was gonna say Teardrops on my guitar, but
That's
definitely
Taylor
not.
Swift.
Yeah, that's Taylor Swift. That is Taylor Swift.
What'd you say is your favorite song to like do a cover to? Like if you were like die hard, like I could perform this anytime, anywhere, any place.
Probably Just Friends, Music Soul Child.
Ooh.
Wow.
Because like I do that live too, but like that's like one song that like front to back I know how to like sing. Like anytime, any place, if someone knows how to play it, like I could sing it, you know. And that's just like for me, it's just comfortable. The key, like it's just always a groove, and like people always know that song and want to sing along. So I love singing that song.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask an artist, because you just said like you remember like front to back. Like, what's the initial thought like when you forget lyrics and you're on
it's
stage?
the most terrifying thing. I know. Real talk. I was just saying this the other day. I said like my biggest fear is midway of a set forgetting. Like that happened to me before, and luckily like I performed long enough where I know how to like kind of pivot or kind of vamp and like improvise. But it was like one of my songs. Like I like midway on my own song, bro.
You forgot the lyrics to your own song?
And I not only the lyrics, but I forgot the melody. Like I just blanked.
God.
Yeah, I have a song called Outer Space, and one show, I forgot the chorus midway, and I didn't. So I started just doing runs and ad libs, but I was like, I do not know how this. And it was the first chorus, so I had to sing the chorus again.
Oh my God.
And
You're
then,
just
like,
mumbling it the whole time.
bro, and I had like no idea, and like that's like never happened. It was like it wasn't even like I forgot. I just drew a blank, and it's my biggest fear.
Jesus.
Like, I literally have nightmares of going on stage and not knowing what I'm gonna perform, and then like having to improvise for an hour. That's like my biggest fear.
Gosh. I think you performed Outer Space at Nexfest, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, that was a really nice song.
That was the one with the cover, right? I was telling you, like...
I started it with Let Me Hold You.
Yeah.
And I ended it with Sugar Going Down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, bro, when you did that, me and her were kind of just like, in the back, and I was just like, wait, you just went from like Bow Wow to Fall Out Boy, like on an R&B type thing.
And that was like, for me, I was stoked because I was like, in this one song with these covers, you see the range of like what I listened to as a kid, what I'm making now, and then what I used to listen to like as a teenager, like emo music, like Fall Out Boy.
It's pretty lit.
That was so cool.
Thank fun fact, do you know Desiree Sanchez? No, probably not. Okay, so she's also like a singer like based out here now, right?
Yeah.
And so she was telling me, because she used to take vocal lessons back in the day. Her teacher actually said that Filipinos specifically are very good at mimicking. We're very good at doing covers, because it literally has something to do with like our vocal cords and like the basic range that Filipinos are able to hit. That makes so much sense.
Now thinking about it, like Charisse Pempenko and like all those like artists like with big voices, it's like all copying Whitney or like
yes,
and that makes sense because when I was a kid, that's how I started singing, was like trying to mimic like Nick Carter and Justin Timberlake. No, at the time I was like, I remember always trying to just mimic their voices. That makes so much sense, bro.
Wow, that's so interesting. What the heck?
That is crazy.
Wow, look at Nico spitting facts.
I mean, this is just information that I'm regurgitating from another podcast.
Just taking credit for credit,
bro. I'll give you all the credit. No, that's crazy. I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact.
Wow.
But I'm so glad that you got here like literally right on time, because the one issue that I have for like Filipinos is the fact that we run on Filipino time, bro.
Always, bro. My mom is notorious for like, she's always the one keeping us behind. I love my mom, but I get so upset just because Filipino time. I'm like, but I am also guilty because sometimes I'm like, oh, it starts at 4, but no, they're not gonna be there until 5.
And then
there's
like some things you can be late for, and then there's things like you have to be on time. Like me, I'm a very punctual person. Like he's just a very like, we'll go when it happens, type of thing. And like, no, I'm telling him like, what time does it start? Like, when do I need to be ready? Because like,
that's my wife too.
Oh my God, he gets me so bad.
Oh hell no, I'm with Nieman on this. If you say 4, I'm there like at 6.
Because I've been there on time. Nobody's there.
Yeah, nobody.
And then not only that, you can't eat.
Yeah, they're not even ready. And they're not even ready.
Yeah, but
the hosts are still in house clothes. They're just like, oh, you're here.
Yeah,
just,
that's very true.
Just
like,
relax.
see, like I know this Saturday my cousin has her graduation party, and it starts at 4. I know I'm gonna tell him to be at my house by 3:30. I know he's not gonna get there till 4. So I'm all like, okay, I don't have to start getting ready until like 2. This is why I ask him like certain things, so that's why I can be prepared for it.
Sometimes if something starts at like 4, I'll tell my mom like, oh, it's at 3.
Oh, just to get ahead.
Give that like,
yeah.
But it's true. I mean, with Filipinos, sometimes like they're not even ready like until later. So it's not even Filipino. Like everyone's on Filipino time to the point that like being there early, it's like you gotta help out. Like
yeah. See, and honestly, I don't want to help out.
Like I gotta help out. Like they're gonna have me do a task, get ice, and I'm like,
literally though, like the amount of times we've gone to like my family party, and because I'm a punctual person, like they'll call me, they're like, hey, can you guys pick up ice? I'm like, you know what? Let's start running late because I don't want to do it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, where are you? I'm like, oh, we're on our way. Like, oh, can you get ice? And I'm like,
yeah,
I mean, on our way. I mean, at home still.
Yeah, you have to find that middle ground, like at least 2 hours late because they have already gotten everything that they needed to get.
Yeah, see, you know,
and someone already like they started eating, so like you can get there and then get food right away.
Yeah, that's very true. See, like my family, like some of my family, they are late, like people, like it's just like
how it is.
How it is.
No,
but for me, like I'm a punctual person. So that's why, like, I don't know where that came from for me, but like.
No, I feel like all of your family in your Mexican household, they all come within like that hour. So if it's like 4 o'clock, everyone's there by 5. I never see people come like later.
Oh yeah. I think Filipinos, it's like within the first 2 hours.
Yeah,
I think we won't go past 2 hours, but it's like within that first 2, like
everyone's sprinkling in, kind of.
Maybe to like an hour and a half. That's like usually like I feel like around the time. It's never on the dot. Like, I feel like on the dot, sometimes I'm like, I feel like sometimes the hosts are like, why are you here? Why are you here already? I'm like, invitation says 4. I'm like, yeah, but you know, like,
come on.
Why are you here?
Yeah, why are you here? As like the, you know, as the dedicated singer, that's your career, right? Does everybody still expect you to sing whenever you go to your Filipino parties?
I mean.
Oh, he said no.
I mean, they'll ask me, but my cousin is Moira De La Torre. She's like the biggest like streamed artist in the Philippines. So like it's I don't have the pressure. I don't have the pressure of me, you know, of that. I mean, like she it's been a minute since she's been here, but like I yeah. And nowadays it's just like
you go.
Yeah, you do your thing. I'm just here for moral support. But also my whole family sings. Like everybody sings in the family.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
cool.
it's not even
That's
just
cool.
like on me, you know what I mean? Like that's what's nice. Parents sing and like everybody got a little talent in my family.
Oh yeah, that takes off a lot of pressure then.
Yeah.
You're just chilling.
It's not just I mean, that's why it was funny because like as a kid when like your mom like encourages you to perform, it's like you're following your other cousin and your cousin's gonna perform after you. It's like,
oh god,
everybody gets $5.
See, I'm the one that has the pressure in my family. Like my cousins are like my uncles, and like they always tell my cousins are like, oh, look at like what Jackie's doing. Look at what she's doing. I'm just like, I didn't ask for this, y'all. What the hell?
Dude, like literally every family party now, someone's asking me to DJ. And then when it backfires, because I'm just like, yeah, I'll DJ. Jackie will be like, no, don't DJ. We just want you to relax. I'm like, but they want me to DJ.
No, they do it like jokingly, but then sometimes they are serious. And I'm like, don't ask him to do that. Like, why are you guys doing that?
Say it enough times so it's like, it just, see what sticks.
Yeah,
like,
right?
See, my thing is though, like.
But he enjoys it.
That's
what,
so like literally, like, if I'm DJing like anywhere, I'm just like, even if I'm just like barely paying attention to the music, I'm just like, this is my happy, space.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I'm chill. I'm chill.
For sure. I sang for my aunt and uncles, like they had like a big birthday like at this like banquet hall, and they asked me to sing, and I was like, yeah. I mean, like for me, like if it's something like that, if my like tita's asking me, then I'm like always down, because like it is like what you're saying, like I'm excited, like I just love doing this, you know, and if I can get a chance to just sing, I'm like I'm always down. But it's never like I just like I don't like it when it's like in the moment, like just go sing. Like, give me a little bit of forewarning, and then prepare myself. And,
They just pass you the mic like right away.
I know, not even a mic. Just go stand over there.
Yeah, go stand. And
go stand there.
singing.
Look good. Oh
they
man.
won't pay you this time though.
Yeah, not at all.
After a certain age, they stop giving you money.
So is wifey a singer? Or what does wifey do?
She is. She's
lit.
A singer. She we grew up we grew up in the same church. That's how we met. And then she leads worship. She's a great singer. Actually, last year, she's not pursuing music at all, but I convinced her to release a song. So I wrote her a whole song, and my friend Casey Lagos produced it. And then I wrote this whole song for her to sing, and she sang it, and released it.
Oh, that's
just
cool.
for fun, because I was like, yo, we can do it. We just record it here. And so yeah, she's a great singer.
That's lit.
And
she'll
your friend
never
Casey's the one that you're gonna release another song with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
June 3rd, with my friend Sarah Kang in KC. It's called Tango. It's
Tango.
very excited. That one is very emotional. So like my other two were like pop bops, you know, it's just like fun, like I'm back in it. And then this one is like on the more like cinematic, emotional, like singer-songwriter side. So I'm stoked. I think people are gonna, especially the Asian community, is very sensitive and like they love those kind of songs, you know. For real though, it's like they love sensitive songs.
Hey, he said it, not me.
Hey, I mean it's true. Like my biggest song is literally the song called "Why Do I Still," and it's not even the official version. It's like the unplugged version. People love sensitive songs,
bro. You know, they do.
True.
They do.
They love being in their feels. So I'm just like, I can take you there,
bro. So during this pandemic, me and Jackie had a lot of time to watch just Filipino soap operas and Filipino movies, bro. And like, it is literally like the saddest shit where I kind of just want to blow my brains out.
Okay, but I loved it though.
It's so dramatic sometimes too.
It's super dramatic.
I loved it though. Okay, so first off, we watched this show called Asawa Ko Karibal Ko.
I don't. Is it good?
It's so the English. Do you know the English translation? Okay, so the English translation literally means like my partner, my enemy. Wow, that's what it is. Okay, go ahead, babe.
So then first off, that series or that show is like 114 episodes long.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
we watched it every day.
No way.
Like literally cranking out.
What is it on?
Huh?
What is it on?
It's on TFC or like ABS.
Yeah,
one of
but then where did we watch it on though?
I don't know, Hulu or something.
I think we watched it on Hulu. Yeah, and we finally like finished it and but like the dramatization like from novelas and I don't know what do you
Telesarios.
Okay.
Yeah.
From novelas and telesarios, I'm just like, damn, we're both dramatic as fuck. Like, it is wild. So
it's a lot of like dramatic close-ups and like Malkita. And like it's like in that low voice and it's like their like lips are quivering like Malkita. And then it's like raining. I don't know. It's like yeah.
Wait, you should explain the premise of the show because like every time I do it, like I take way too long.
Okay. Nieman, you ready for this?
Yes.
All right, everybody listening, I hope y'all are ready for this premise.
My partner, my enemy.
My partner, my enemy. Asawa ko Karibal Ko. All right. This isn't even going to spoil anything because it's just so massive of a show. So, guy marries girl. They have a baby, right? The guy basically hates his wife.
Oof.
Right? And in addition to that, because the guy is gay.
Wow.
Okay, so wait.
Wow.
So the guy grabs the kid, fakes their death. Right? The guy he fakes their death.
Okay.
The guy ends up becoming a trans woman.
Wow.
Okay. Not even the crazy part yet. Okay.
This feels like very politically incorrect already.
This is what's happening. The trans woman falls in love with another guy. They get in a relationship, but then they break it off. That same guy ends up getting in a relationship with the trans woman's ex-wife.
I knew it.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's the whole show?
That's the whole show. And basically, it's the trans woman and the ex-wife just kind of battling it out.
Yeah, but
the entire
ex-wife
show
doesn't know that the trans woman is her ex-husband.
Wow.
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
it is crazy.
It sounds crazy.
Yes.
It sounds crazy. My partner, my enemy. Wow.
Yeah.
That is so much.
After watching that, I'm just like, you know what? Like, my relationship's good.
And you know what? It ended like, you know those shows that like are like hella long and they end horribly? This one actually ended like really good.
Yeah.
Like we were satisfied with the ending. We're like, this was worth 114 episodes.
Do you guys watch Korean dramas at all?
No.
I heard those are like good.
Those are the ones?
Yeah.
What have you watched?
I haven't started. My wife's family, like they watch that stuff and like I think those are like better written and just very well done.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too.
No knock to like Filipino filmmakers out there. But,
I'd assume so.
I mean, like
that
even
sounds
like
insane though. That
it's crazy.
Sounds crazy.
Yeah, even like Korean like horror films are like insane.
Filipino horror films.
No.
No?
Filipino horror films are just so corny.
Very
Really?
corny.
Yeah, and then like they do the monster reveal like so early to where it's like this is what I'm scared of right here. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just so bad.
Yeah.
See, and then we also watched a more like sappy like love story movie, like Filipino love story movie. It was called For the Brokenhearted. When I tell you, I cried for 30 minutes straight after it. Nico like was genuinely worried. He's like, "Are you okay? Like, do I need to go over to your house like and like make sure you're okay?"
Yeah.
I was just like, "I don't know why I'm crying." He's like, "It was." He was like, "It was good, but I don't think it was that good."
But I will say, like with Filipinos, they are really good at like pulling at the heartstrings.
Yeah, they are.
Because like my cousin Moira, so like her music is so vulnerable and like it's just so beautiful, and like I just know that like the Filipino people, like they really respond to like that emotion of just like just it's like it's sensitive and it's vulnerable, and that's something that I really appreciate, especially with our culture, is that they're not afraid to like feel.
Yes.
There's not like you can't like react this way or act this way. It's like they are very like an emotional people, and I mean for me that's why I feel like I've been able to translate that well with my music because like my parents like are like that.
That's very interesting.
That's cool.
Because like in Mexican culture, it's the complete opposite.
They don't show any.
Yeah, you can't show emotion.
Don't
like
smile, don't cry.
Don't smile, don't cry. Especially with men, it's the machismo is like very present, and even like with women, it's like you have to cater to a man, you have to cater to this, and then like it like I've talked to him about it before. Like when he comes over to family parties, it's expected of me to prep him a plate and take it to him and make sure that he's good. When I first like started doing that, he's like, "Don't do that."
Yeah,
for me.
like it's weird, bro. Like not to knock on Mexican culture or anything, but like I just think it's super weird how the woman like literally serves you. Like that's literally the verbiage. Like, "Oh, can I serve you a plate?" And I'm like, "Please don't. Like, please don't."
So I figured out a way. Like sometimes, like I know he's like talking, so I figured out a way to say it without saying the word serve. I'm like, "Do you want me to prep you a plate?" And he's all like, he looked at me one time. He's like, "Yeah, because you said it like that, I guess." So I was just like,
serve you. No, that's crazy.
Yeah,
but
it's
like,
weird.
Like I said, with Mexican culture, and like comparing it to Filipino culture, I've seen that you guys are a lot more emotional. You guys are a lot more, you can see, you wear your heart on your sleeve. Yeah. With us, it's just like you have to be a certain way, and you can't let people know your emotions.
Oh, for sure. I got this tattoo, like anatomical heart, but I literally put like heart on my sleeve.
Literally a heart on his sleeve. That's lit, man.
Because I mean, I just feel like our culture is just very in tune with that, and so like that's always just how I felt, and like people are like, "Oh, it's because you're a Pisces." I'm like, I don't know.
Wait, you're a Pisces?
I am a Pisces, yeah.
Wait, what's your birthday? I'm a Pisces too.
March 4.
Oh.
Wow, I'm March 14. I love that.
But yeah, no, so
being here like down.
But I mean, people say that, but I'm like, I don't really know like, much about like horoscopes and all that stuff. But I just know with like Filipino culture, it's like they are so emotionally in tune. And sometimes, I mean, it's not for everybody. Like especially with immigrant parents, like I think a lot of it is like I have to provide and I have to do this. But I don't think that takes away from how emotional they can be.
Well, you know what I think it is too, because I think Filipinos are just extremely just passionate with like whatever we do, whether it come to like nursing, dancing, like singing, whatever we do. It's just like when we finally find something that we like have the groove for, it's like, let's just go all in. So, if you apply that to like a relationship, for example, it's just like, we're going to go all in on this relationship.
Yeah.
For sure. And I think that's why, I mean, even with like a lot of Filipino-Americans, like they love R&B. And then like with OPM, like original Pinoy music, like they it's like the acoustic, like heartfelt, like I just feel like even in a musical taste, it's like it's the feels stuff,
Yeah.
And that's why I think like Filipinos love R&B so much, because it's like, oh, like there's like an emotion attached to this. And I think, it's cool being able to like be an artist and like tap into that. And like, I've just noticed that a lot of my songs that have a lot of those like raw emotions like always seem to do well with like the community.
Oh yeah, for sure. I always said it like this: like if you're a musician, the cheat code, if you're a guy, the cheat code is to make songs for girls.
That's why Drake is so successful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true. It's true, and it's funny because I saw like my analytics, like my percentages, like I have more female listeners, and I was kind of surprised because like
that's good.
You know, I thought it would be like, I don't know, down the middle.
Yeah.
And like I mean that's true, bro.
Oh man,
Get them on.
Jackie hates the fact that like more than half of my audience is female.
Because you don't sing.
A DJ, you know?
And that's a Scorpio in me.
Oh man, I kind of want to circle back to the you know, like watching series and television shows and all that. So question.
Oh god.
All right.
I don't even know what he's gonna say.
Yeah, she doesn't know what I'm gonna say.
I get scared sometimes when he's all like question. I'm like,
Wow.
we didn't talk about this.
No, these questions just pop in my head. Okay. Let's say you're watching a series with your significant other. Is it okay to watch episodes ahead of your significant other? Like if you both started the series together, is it okay for you to watch episode 2 by yourself?
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
My wife and I literally have like there have been shows that like we won't like she doesn't want me to watch more episodes, and like same with her, because then sometimes she does watch a lot of like TV, and so like sometimes I'm like, yo, like wait for me, like, you know, like, figure this out together. Yeah. You know, so let's react together, you know. But it's like, it's one thing if it's like, oh, like I started a show and then she like wants to start watching it and she's gonna catch up, like you know.
Yeah.
But then even then, like if she's gonna start watching it or I'm gonna start watching it, she'll wait for me to like catch up.
Oh, I get you.
Know? But I don't like if you're starting it together, you gotta finish it together.
Yeah, see, she'd be getting on my head sometimes about this.
He does.
Go in.
Well, I forgot that in the show it was that like you did that, and I was like so mad. I was like, what? Like I got heated. He's all like,
my partner, my enemy.
Yeah, I know.
No, but
no,
like,
she got mad because I watched a Britney Spears documentary.
Okay,
oh, here we go. Here it is.
This is it. Because I'm like, being a host, I'm always looking at entertainment stuff and like all the scoops of celebrities, and I'm not trying to be like hella chismosa or anything, but like
you gotta have to like, give the know.
Yeah, I like to be in the know, and I tell him all this, like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial that's going on. I'm literally his source for everything because I'm watching it, and so I've always told him about the Britney Spears conservatorship. I'm like, she's going to court, like this is what's happening, and then I find out that he watched a Britney Spears documentary without me.
Wow. For a podcast. It was for a podcast.
Yes. Okay, but then I was just like...
Should have waited, bro.
Yeah. And then I was just like, wait, you watched it without me? And he's all like, well, yeah, because I had to watch it for like research purposes. I was like, but you know that I'm interested in this.
I waited for you.
Yeah. And then he's all like, well, it was literally like an hour before the podcast was going to happen. I was like, you could have told me. Like, I would have been available. Like, yeah, so I got mad at him for that.
Bro, she holds that over my head like so much, man. Yeah. So much.
So there's certain shows with my wife that like we'll watch together. There's other stuff that she watches that I'm like, why are you watching this? Like she watches like Bling Empire and like
oh my god, I watched Bling Empire and Selling Sunset.
Like I'm at my like our dining room table, like on my computer, and then Bling Empire's on, and then it's like this whole thing that like happens, and I'm like, dude, like how are you watching this? And then I'm like working, and then I'll be like, are they back together? Or?
No, literally, that's
bro.
I'm not watching, and then like she'll catch me like watching a little bit, and then she'll like start smiling, and I'm like, this is so dumb. And
bro,
I'm like, are her and Kane friends now, or like?
Kane, oh my god!
I'm like, yeah.
Oh, you're invested. No, it sounds like you're invested.
And the circle. I'm like.
I
love the circle.
No, but I don't like. I cringe with these shows, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this. And there are times where I'm just like, how are you watching this? And I'm like annoyed. And then I'm like, wait, so this person's catfishing, like.
So okay, so this
Ultimatum 2.
Ultimatum's fire. Ultimatum's fire.
I was against it, and then like we watched like 2 episodes with my cousins, and then I was like, yo, they shouldn't stay together. Like I was like, oh, really, dude, no, for real.
Who was it? Oh my gosh, I think it was Shanique and Oh my gosh, who's the other guy?
Yeah.
I think they should have stayed together. I don't think
and Zay.
Zay.
Yes.
Shanique and Zay.
I mean, maybe is that their names? I don't know.
Yeah.
He's just saying yes.
Yeah, Shanique and Zay. I think they should have stayed together. What was the other? Randall?
I didn't like. No.
Madeline.
Oh yeah.
And
The white
guy
chick.
Colby.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I hate that I know these names.
I know. He's like, I was actually invested.
No, those two. I was like, cause she was all over Randall.
Yeah.
And then she got mad at him that he like outsourced or whatever. I'm so invested.
Yeah.
No, but I was really upset. I was like, yo, like you were like all over Randall. I thought he looked like Taj Mahal from like Smart Guy. And I was like, yo, like you're all over this guy. And then like Colby like wasn't feeling this other girl. And then
well, because him and April were just like,
yeah, but he was like,
no
I
choice.
outsourced, and he was like, how can I trust you? How can I marry you? I'm like, dude, like you were throwing yourself at
Yeah.
Randall.
yeah.
Anyway,
Oh my god.
anyway.
And then what was that other guy? Oh my gosh, the one that just pissed me off. He was with Zay's like original girlfriend, Ray. It was Ray and
You better look all this up.
I
right
know who you're talking about.
Ray and
And then she like
I'm gonna
April
look
wants
it
to
up.
be with him. And then she
Yeah.
was like, what are
Yes.
these videos in your phone? He was like,
Oh, the light-skinned
Ray
dude.
shaking
Yeah.
her
I
ass.
was like,
oh
it was
my
an
gosh.
inside joke. You don't know the inside joke. I'm like,
I'm
what's
like,
the
bro, that
inside
was
joke,
not an
bro?
Yeah.
inside joke.
What's the inside joke?
Oh my god.
Something else
what
was an
is-
inside joke. Hello.
Oh my god. Chill. Wait, hold on. I need
that
to
show I
figure out.
definitely fell into. Other ones, it's just so funny.
Yeah, because for that one, for that particular show, they knew how to like just pull your heartstrings.
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
bro. Man, are they gonna stay together?
See, well, so
Jake.
oh, Jake,
I have
yeah. No.
Bone to
Yeah.
pick with
No.
Jake. He pissed me off so much.
I thought him and
Ray?
I thought they were gonna.
I thought that was gonna happen too.
they're the ones who I felt like clicked the most. It was like it seemed like she didn't want to be with Zay.
Yeah.
It's
I
Zay,
just,
right?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
Zay.
it is Zay.
I just feel like if you do give an ultimate, just like generally speaking, if you give an ultimatum to your partner, it's kind of just like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's kind of you're really put in a rough situation.
At that
Yeah.
point, you guys are like, should you be together? If you need
Yeah.
to like go through all that, But
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that one was a good show. And then what other show?
yeah, it was those ones that I'm like, I'll like be like doing work on my computer and then like
So
I'll
let
watch
me-
a little bit.
I watched Selling Sunset, and he says he's the same way about like you with Bling Empire, and like I would watch it here, and he's like, that's such a dumb show. He's like, you don't even see them selling like houses or anything, and then like I catch him looking like while he's walking back to his
Yeah.
room, and I'm just like, you're such a punk. Just watch
Yeah.
it with me.
No, I mean, because I don't want to like fully immerse myself in it
for
because it's
sure.
like there's moments where I am interested, but overall, I just don't think I am interested.
Yeah.
So the word of advice, it might not be good advice, but you could word it this way. The way I word it is that, you know what?
That's a you show.
This seems more like a you show.
It's such a backhanded like.
No, he said that to me because then I started watching Selling Sunset, and I love like the drama. Like it's just like so like
I get
dumb, but I love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I thought like I wanted to get his opinions on it, so I was like, you should watch Selling Sunset with me. And he's like, he literally went like this, babe, I think that's a you show. And I was just like, okay, so like now every time like he like or we bring up something, I'm like, you know what, I think that's a me show. Or that's
That's a you show.
yeah.
And then sometimes it's an us show, and I'm just like, let's just clarify which shows are us, which shows are you,
No,
and which
for
shows
real.
are
I
me.
know.
Okay, so for example, my wife like I could watch a show that she wouldn't care about, but like when Stranger Things comes out, she won't let me watch. Like I won't watch an episode.
Oh, for
without
sure.
her. Like
For
we'll
sure.
watch each one.
Yeah.
I think that's us
Cobra
with,
Kai
like,
too. We got into Cobra
Yeah,
Kai.
Cobra
Kai.
Kai.
We'll
Cobra
watch
Kai.
that together too.
We watch Ozark. What we watch.
Oh,
so
I need
many
to start Ozark. I heard it was good.
Yeah, we like the death, drug type shows.
Speaking of, I need to watch Breaking Bad too. I've never started Breaking Bad.
You've never watched Breaking Bad?
I've been wanting to. I heard it's. I mean,
That's Nico's like favorite show
Bro,
ever.
that's
need
the
to.
greatest show ever.
I like Bryan Cranston. Aaron Paul's dope. Like I heard it's, and I heard Better Call Saul is good too.
He's watching that too.
Better Call Saul's bro. Literally,
I need to
both
watch
of those
it, bro.
shows.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it.
Flabbergasted right now.
I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna text you.
But yeah,
Yeah.
please do, please do.
Live text every episode.
He's gonna be like, this is a us show, Nico.
This is a nice show, bro.
Hey, you want to do a Breaking Bad party at my crib?
I know, right?
I'll sing.
I'll say
I need that one. I need to start. And Ozark. I heard Ozark.
Yeah, Ozark's
Ozark is
great.
really good.
So we have a couple questions. before we like get toward the end of the pod. Well, I guess this is toward the end of the podcast.
We usually do this.
Yeah. So Nieman, I was talking to my boy Rob the other day, and you know, I grew up in the 2000s. I'm born in 1993, and so
Me too, bro.
oh, dude, that's crazy.
Even crazier.
10 days apart, bro.
Yeah, we're just 10 days apart.
What the heck?
Oh man,
I love
wow.
that. I knew there was something here, bro.
this is great.
Wow, what the heck?
93.
Yeah, 93 till infinity. So this is great. Go ahead.
No,
Do you
I
not want to?
No.
Jesus Christ. I will say it's before 2000.
Yeah.
That's good. I saw this tweet that was like, someone was like, I can't believe when someone says I was born in 2008. Like, that's not real, bro.
Yeah. That's the weirdest shit. Like I think like her cousin was born in like 2005.
My cousin after me was born 2005.
Jesus Christ.
And then like
Wow,
I
that's
asked
crazy.
her, I'm like, wait, what? And she goes, yeah. And I'm like, no, you're not. Like, what? And then she called me old because I said 90, and she's all like 90, and I was like, you're a bitch. I was like, what the fuck?
You know, my wife was saying, isn't it crazy now that like what the 70s were to us is now the 90s to like
Yeah.
like I remember back then it was like 20 years ago was like the 70s. You know, that's how in my head that's always saw it, and now I'm like that's
Well, that's why
we're the 20 years ago.
Yeah, well, that's
yeah.
why I think like it's so funny that like 90s clothing is getting back in style. That's why
Low-rise jeans are coming back.
yeah, or even like
Von Dutch came back
ooh,
too.
Yeah.
did they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. They're coming back like
Von
hard.
Dutch came back, and they had also like a documentary now too. Like, it's crazy.
I heard that
Abercrombie is coming back too.
Yeah.
They had a whole rebrand.
I heard that Juicy, like the ones
Couture?
the Juicy Couture. I think they're coming back too. That's what like
Oh, I thought they never left.
They're being like thrifted. Like now
That's
people are
crazy.
thrifting their clothes and selling them for like crazy amounts.
Juicy Couture, BB.
Oh my god. You know what's it's so funny. There's always that one brand that I seen my aunties rock. It's it's on the purses. It's the one with the gorilla that you just put in your thumb.
Oh my god.
Or
that's
the thumb you put in the mouth of the gorilla. Rather.
I think you lost me there. I had an idea,
A
but
gorilla?
Hold on.
A gorilla.
Y'all talk.
what the heck?
So as you guys are thinking, let me actually prompt the question. What are some things from the 2000s that we need to bring back?
I think like 2000 hairstyles we should bring back. Like I love like I do it on myself a lot where I do like those spiky like little buns in the back, and then like I do like the cornrows like on myself. Like I love like all that, and putting like hella like mousse in my hair to make it like curly.
There was some styles that I feel like even what's it called? I think Jack Harlow and Bryson's song "Love Is Dro." One of their videos he was wearing like a jersey with like a big, I think it was a Pro Club white tee.
Oh wow.
And it was kind of tight because I was like, like there's certain styles in hip hop that I feel like could definitely come back, and like whether it's like I don't know about denim shorts. Like
no,
but
definitely.
I mean, like bigger jerseys, I feel like was kind of tight. Like
yeah.
I remember when Fabulous used to wear a jersey backwards. I thought that was kind of tight too.
That had its moment. That was cool. That was cool.
I think like basketball culture from the 2000s, like that could be tight to bring back.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I want to bring back sidekicks and jerbodes.
You have
Sidekicks,
Jerbodes.
bro.
He wears
Drake
Jerbodes.
just posted about that too.
Wait,
Drake,
did he really?
He was just like no more iPhone for me, and then he had a clip of just him like flipping a sidekick, and I was like, yo.
Oh man.
I remember like if you had a sidekick, you were like the shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
that was hot girl energy
I had a
back
razor,
then.
and I was like, this is not as cool.
I had a razor too.
I had a
pink
razor.
one. I felt like a bad bitch when I would like close it like hella.
When we'd have the flip phone.
If you're on the phone with someone, there was like no better feeling if you're like upset and you close it.
Yeah.
Now it's just like,
But-
like super strong.
Yeah.
And there's just no such thing as like an accidental like hang up back then. It's like you knew you hung up on
yeah.
somebody if you
Oh,
just
yeah.
slammed it together.
Now it's like, oh my bad, like I lost you like signal. Back then it was like, oh you felt.
oh yeah.
You know what we should bring back? Like the voicemail messages, the voicemail box messages. It's like, hey, it's Jackie. It's not like I haven't reached my phone right now, but feel free to leave me a message.
And then you have like the R&B song playing in the background. Oh yeah, those were dope. That
I
was
didn't even
dope.
know those.
I think mine said something like, "Yo, what's up? This little blitz. I ain't on the line right now, but you can holler back at me."
Oh no.
I think AIM will be tight to bring back too.
AIM, yes.
Because there was,
Oh my God, she don't even know what AIM is.
No, I do know what AIM is. I know AIM messaging and all that, but I didn't have an AIM because I was too young to have an AIM.
Wait, what?
98.
98.
Yeah. Yeah, let's judge you here right now.
I feel like I consider 90s up until like 96. 98, you're 2000s. You're born in 2000s.
You know what? Yeah, because then once you hit the 7, it's kind of like,
But
ugh.
see, like, I know, like, things that, like, I'm still caught up with, like, most things that he does.
No, for sure.
So, like, but then, like, sometimes I do feel like when, like, people talk, like, oh, what was your AIM handle? I'm like, fuck, I don't have one. Like,
I remember mine. Mine was Nico TWSS. That's what she said.
That the whole thing?
Yeah, it was Nico TWSS.
I like that. I know. Okay, my wife was born in 89. She's older than me.
Okay.
And I don't consider her like an 80s baby. At that point, like, you're in the 90s. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 98, I'm just like, you like missed most of the 90s.
You kind of just round upward. You know, we all know math here. You just round up.
That's so funny.
What was your AIM handle?
It was like random. It was called
Random Rich.
Would have charged him. It was this thing called Psalms Ratios 23. Cause then me and my boys, we had like a Christian like rock band, like when I was a kid.
Oh, that's cool.
And that was like their whole, like, they wanted like a play on like this like book of the Bible. Like, that was one of the names of Psalms Ratios. I don't know what that meant, but I was like, oh, this is so cool. It's so vague, you know? Like, I loved it.
It's so vague. There's a mystery behind it, bro.
See, like, I didn't have AIM,
I don't know what it means.
I didn't have AIM, but I did have a MySpace, so that was
Oh, man.
No greater feeling than like signing on and seeing like messages and comments and likes.
Yeah. The bulletin, and then you go on someone else's page and it's like, oh yeah, I'm in their top 8.
I'm in their top 8.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm like, I remember like I was always had so much pride in like what my profile song was. And, oh man.
Ooh, okay. New question.
Oh damn.
What? I just pull these questions out of my ass.
Well, because I know what your question is, and now I'm trying to filter.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it too.
Oh, okay. Well, that being said, what was your MySpace profile song?
Oh shit! I thought you were gonna ask what would it be now.
I had.
Oh, okay. Let's get to that afterward then. Okay. What would it be now?
I had 2. There was one by My American Heart. I specifically remember called Tired and Uninspired. And do you guys remember the song Beating Hearts Baby by Head Automatica?
Beating Hearts Baby, no. Baby?
I feel like if y'all hear it, you would remember.
You would know right away.
See, like, I was very, like, emo during that phase. So, I don't know if you, like, remember Black Veil Brides.
No.
There was like an emo.
So
band.
you were in the emo phase too.
Yeah, I
feel that.
I had like the bracelets up to like here, like
studded belts.
Yeah.
That's what I bring back from the 2000s. belts.
The freaking foxtail in the back of your your ass.
That was after my era with
really?
The foxtail. Yeah, I was on the side of like long hair spiked in the back.
I had that too.
Yeah,
see,
or like
I remember
small shirts, girl pants. Like guys wore girl pants.
Oh yeah.
Authentic, black authentic.
The skinny jeans.
I had but my era was like the middle of like that era up until like the foxtails.
Because the foxtail got into like jerking.
Yeah, like 2009.
There was the emo phase, and then the emo phase ended with like shuffling and jerking and like.
Oh yeah, see, like at that point I was out.
Yeah.
This was the song. I don't know if you guys remember this at all. Oh, maybe it doesn't want to work. Never mind.
It's okay. That way we don't get flagged on YouTube or anywhere.
Mine was a Black Veil Bride song. It was called Falling Angels. That shit was really random. But yeah. Nice. I think I showed him the music video one time. He's like...
Dark?
He was like, okay. Like, no, he did at that face like, what the fuck? Okay.
I think my song at the time, it was a song called Crushed by Rosette.
The one that you always sing?
The one that I always sing. I remixed it when I was a kid too because I just loved that song so much. It was great. Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
It was crazy because there was like you could only choose one, and then it got to the point where you have like a playlist.
Yeah.
But like, it was such a big question when it was just like the one. It's like, what will mine be?
Yeah. I think at that point it was like the simpler the better because I think there was also like codes where you can have like a top 24
There was codes for changing your cursor. I did that too.
Yeah.
I
Really?
had a Pac-Man cursor. I was like so stoked.
I know.
I was like, I'm a coder, dude.
All of us knew how to code back then. Little did you know we were just copy and pasting.
Copy and paste. Yeah, copy and paste.
So what would your song be now?
Oof. Man,
What would your MySpace song be now?
that's a good question. I don't know. I feel like it'd be like a John Mayer song.
Really?
Yeah, John Mayer is like my favorite artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like I love JT, and like I'm like very influenced by like Drake and like Justin Timberlake, and there's like certain rock stuff, but like John Mayer was like a big for songwriting. Like I just really was just very like I just really learned a lot from his like work, and so I feel like it would be like a John Mayer song, but I don't know.
Interesting.
I think Jackie's going with Carrie Underwood.
No, I'm going with Frank Ocean. Any Frank Ocean song.
Oh yeah,
I love
Okay.
Frank Ocean.
Frank too.
We made this, Jackie and I made this playlist. It's called Songs About White or Sounds About White.
It's about what?
Yeah. I love this playlist.
We actually made it on the way to Nexfest.
What's on it?
What is on it? We have songs like it's like road trip, like sing along.
like
white
Taylor
girl
Swift
songs
on
and,
there,
like,
Hillary Duff.
You should add. Do you have Michelle Branch?
Do we?
gotta
No,
add
I don't
Michelle
think so. I don't
Branch.
think
No,
so.
I don't think so.
What song?
Cause you're everywhere.
There you
Yeah.
be.
That's
When I
fun.
close my eyes,
Yeah, you gotta have
it's
that.
you I see. Didn't we add that like way at the end?
That's-
Maybe,
that-
but I don't. It's not public, so it's on yours.
Oh, I'm about to add that right now. I'm about
She
to
has
add
that
it
one,
right
and
now.
she has Breathe.
Oh, I added breathe.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, I added breathe.
Yeah, that's a classic.
And then I remember
Wow.
I was playing it while I was adding songs, and then Nico's like, "Oh my god, I love this song," and I was just like,
Yeah.
There's some songs like that. Oh, you know what? I think I would choose Mr. Brightside.
I
You know,
fucking love
it's-
Mr. Brightside.
It's so crazy because like I'm always spinning at the club and that song just works.
There was
Wherever.
I was listening to a podcast called Throwing Fits, and they were interviewing this DJ. He said the same thing, where it's like they said, "What's the song that gets everyone most hype?" And he's like, "Honestly, it's like not a hip hop song. It's Mr. Brightside. Like
Yeah.
everybody will sing that
Yeah,
song."
I
Yeah.
love Mr. Brightside.
That's probably I'll probably use that as my
Yeah,
my
there we go. There we go. Something about the emo songs just work
yeah.
to this day. So speaking of songs, man, I was going back on your discography, and you actually have a song called "Love Like Wine." So, are we
smart.
going with red wine or are we going with white wine?
I'm a white wine kind of guy.
white wine.
I gotta go with the red. I gotta go with the red.
Red is good, but there's this white that my wife and I love. I forget what the name is, but I just love a good white wine.
I feel like red wine gives me a headache. I like white wine.
I feel like with white wine, it's just a little bit too sweet.
I kind of like
like
that
it.
it's like light like that.
See, I like to get plastered off of wine. So like the red wine, I'm just like, oh yeah.
Oh
We having this with a big juicy steak, boys, and we good.
Oh yeah, with a steak. Red wine for sure with a steak.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. You have your new song Tango coming soon.
Tango.
For people who are going to listen to it. What's that about?
So it's about the end of a relationship, and I feel like with a lot of like heartbreak songs, it's always like I feel like the blame is always on the other side. It's always one side. It's either I did it wrong, please take me back, or it's like you did this and I'm going on my own way. But there's never I feel like there aren't many songs, and I mean like there probably are a lot of songs, but I just don't know. But that put the blame on both sides. And so the song is called Tango, but the first line of the chorus is, "It takes two to tango, but this feels more like a waltz. Like from every
Wow.
angle, watch how we both sway through our faults." And the idea was like, yo, it does take two to tango, but it feels like a waltz in the sense that like we are slowly and steadily swaying to the end of this relationship, and it's on both of us. Like the idea of like it takes two for this to like work or not work. And so that the idea of the song was like the fault is on both sides, and like the responsibility fell on both of us, and we both had equal like parts in this coming to an end. And so like I think like I just saw that with like a dance, like yes, like someone is leading, but you still need the other to give that same effort and energy for a dance to work, you know? And if you think like, 'cause I'm really big on like visual, especially like, you know, I went to school for film. So like, I'm just a visual already. So I always just like adding that to my own music. And so in my head, it was, yeah, like with a waltz, it's like you need both parts for it to like work,
move,
you know? And so, yeah, so it takes you to tango, but this all feels much like a waltz from every angle. Watch how we both sway through our faults. Love is not an orchestrated piece of choreography. Everything we do is based on what we both receive. So whose turn to lead?
Wow.
As a chorus.
Wow, I'm ready to cry.
Yeah, that's
this one.
Honestly,
this one I feel like is one of like, this one's really personal to me, just in the sense that like sonically, this is like kind of this a realm that I've always wanted to just share more of, because this is how I started writing, was like acoustic and really heartfelt, like kind of singer-songwriter stuff. But this one also just with lyrically, I just felt like we're just really trying to paint this like story. And to be able to have my friend Casey Lagos, who produced it and made it sound like this very cinematic like production, and then having my friend Sarah Kang, who's like killing it right now, like singing the second verse. Yeah, so it's cool. You get both perspectives of like, hey, we both like have fault in this whole thing.
Wow. Well, I
That's
can't
super
wait
lit.
to hear it. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
yeah.
June
3rd. Oh, this should actually drop like literally right before June 3rd. So
Yeah, it
perfect.
drops next Tuesday.
Yeah, this drops next Tuesday.
Wow,
Sweet.
excited. Okay, I have, before we wrap this up, last like quick questions for the both of you. Nico didn't know I was going to do this, but I want to have you guys choose between Filipino foods.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh,
And
I love that.
it like, which one would you rather eat for the rest of your life type of thing?
Okay.
Okay? Pancit or sinigang?
Sinigang.
Pancet.
Really?
I'm a noodle guy, bro.
Oh, I actually don't like pancit that much.
Real.
Yeah.
See, I'm the type of person, because the way my dad makes it, he just like jacks it up with hella lemon pepper, and I
yeah,
love it
I
that
love
way.
it.
And I'm
That's
like,
good.
man, that's why you can never let go of pancet.
Sinigang is good too. Well, first off, I love it, but also like, I love that like the older it gets, it's like all the flavors are coming out more. Like that's like wine in the sense that like it gets better with time.
Yeah, kind of like red wine. I feel like I just need to give you like a 100-year-old red wine bottle, and you'll be like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'm changing my opinion now.
All right, lumpia or adobo?
Adobo probably for me.
Man, this is where we're not even connecting anymore.
So much for being a Pisces and being born the same year.
I gotta go with lumpia because I'm a finger food type person.
Oh, yeah,
so it's
I
like,
feel
you know
that.
what I mean? I'm very lazy when it comes to eating. So it's like bum, 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 bum.
I feel like adobo is just such a good comfort food though. I love rice. With lumpia, it's like it's good, but I'll never be like satiated. Like I always want more food.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, you can knock back like 20 lumpias and be like, yeah, I'm cool.
That's true.
All right, longanisa or lechon?
Which one?
Oh,
Oh wait, hold on.
oh man. This is difficult, actually.
No, I'm gonna go longanisa. That makes like the breakfast.
Okay, see, now we're agreeing. There we go. I have to go with the
Take some time to
longanisa.
get back.
Yeah.
We can realign.
redirect.
Because you know,
Realign.
with like a longanisa, for people who don't know, it's basically a sausage. Like you can use that for anything. You can use that for like a breakfast meal. You can use that for like lunch, dinner, spaghetti, Filipino spaghetti, whatever.
All right. Sisig or caldereta?
Sisig. Yes. And we said it at the same time.
That's my favorite Filipino food.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no. So, like, my thing is, like, I've never wanted to take Jackie to, like, a sisig spot down here in LA because the way they make it back home in, like, the San Francisco Daly City area, they always serve it sizzling.
Sizzling, yeah.
Like, the rice,
With
the
egg,
sisig, with the
sometimes,
egg,
yeah.
everything.
Do you have any good Filipino spots out here?
There is one in Artesia called Kiko's,
Oh, okay.
Lechon Manok, and like they have really bomb pork belly,
Oh, lit.
I
fire.
need to go.
And then Nova's Grill in West Covina.
Nova's Grill.
That has like the best sisig. Aside from like my ninong, like my godfather's, like he makes his own sisig, which is fire. But if I were to like go out and buy some,
Okay.
Nova's Grill. That
Good
one
to
is
know.
bomb.
Good to know.
Yeah.
We need to make note of that.
Nova's Grill.
All right. Kare kare or tapsilog?
Ooh. Well, I'm allergic to kare, so I'll go with the
What?
top seal.
Peanut butter?
Yeah, peanuts.
No way, bro.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna say like me too.
Then we would have been like, bro, separated at birth.
He was gonna be like, damn, that's crazy though.
Are we twins?
You know, so if this was like more than 5 years ago, any day of the week I would have said Tapsalok. But my wife put me on Karaoke, and now like that's probably my answer.
Okay.
All right, and last one. Halo halo or leche flan?
Halo, halo.
Halo halo.
Yeah.
Halo halo, but without the beans.
Bro, I love the beans.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say without the beans.
No, because my wife and I had just had the talk. She doesn't like that stuff, and I always love it.
Dude, our most like controversial clip on like all our social media platforms is the fact that Nico was like shitting on the beans being in halo halo.
Oh, I love it.
And so many like it reached
Went
like
for-
the
went for him?
Philippines.
There we
Like
go.
it reached the Philippines like audience
Lost your
and
Filipino card.
Yeah, they're
and
like
they
this,
were like, he's a disgrace, blah blah
No
blah.
way.
yeah,
It was bad.
like oh he's Filipino-American.
Yeah,
that's
like,
why.
That's what happens when you're whitewashed. I was just like, oh
Wow.
my god, that's our like most controversial like
Take
Yeah,
I'm just like,
it's
I love
not even
beans.
my take because I haven't had halo halo.
ever.
Take
Hey,
it up with this man.
bro, I'm
Take
saying,
it up with
bro,
this man.
I don't know the Filipino spots here. Please just guide us. Well, you know what? We'll go with you and wifey to some
Oh,
spot.
let's do it. I'm
Yeah.
down.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm down.
we'll go to a dinner
Trying
or
to think
lunch.
of a good halo spot. Yeah, well,
You know, you just go to Goldilocks.
yeah, or Max's chicken. I think you'd like it.
Yeah?
Yeah,
With the beans or without the beans?
with the beans.
Oh, okay.
No, we'll try both. I mean, actually, if you have it with the beans, then you can actually, just not scoop
No,
a
not
bean
scoop
and then
it
see
up.
what
Oh,
happens.
okay.
I don't like the There's another one in it that I don't like.
I'm kind of hurt that you guys didn't pick flan. I love flan.
Not well. I mean, when you decide between like halo halo's fire.
Yeah.
It's fire.
I think
fine.
it's the Mexican in me that's just picking like
I
flan.
think also I was gonna say too. It's like it doesn't feel like our dessert. It doesn't feel like a Filipino dessert.
Oh,
It is.
really?
I mean,
Uh-huh.
like it. Like Filipinos like make leche flan, but like halo halo is like that's authentically Filipino.
Yeah, like if there was
okay.
anything to ever like be directly back toward the Philippines,
Yeah.
it's that.
Ah,
that,
okay.
yeah.
Because we don't have anything else original.
Jesus.
I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. That's gonna be your second most controversial clip.
Joke.
All the people are gonna
Original
go for you.
Filipino music.
Other people are gonna come for you, bro. I do not condone.
He's like, you know what? I don't consider you a Pisces brother.
And this is where he leaves the podcast. Shout out to Nieman in the building. Where can everybody find you, bro?
Find me on Instagram and Twitter. It's at Nieman Music. Spotify NIEMAN. A lot of people spell it NEI, like the store Neiman Marcus. but
Yeah.
it's NIEMAN. Find me on Spotify. Tango out June 3rd.
Yeah.
There we go. My name is Nico Blitz.
I'm Jackie Ramirez.
I'm Nieman.
And this is the Mexipino podcast. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Adios.